This is a First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alerts. Here is Skylar Doyle.
This is a First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Alert. Our first tornado warning of the day has now been issued in southeast Kentucky for Bell, Harlan, and parts of Leslie counties. This tornado warning goes until 1:15 for a radar-indicated tornado and half-dollar-size hail. The National Weather Service says a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado over Boone Heights or near Barberville, moving east at 50 miles an hour. This is a severe thunderstorm near Barberville. Right there's that rotation. It's moving off to the east. So let's track that off to the east at 50 miles an hour here. So at 50, this will be near Old Flat Lick at 1246, Field at 1257. That's in Bell County, Tackytown 105, Spruce Pine, north of Kentucky at 107, South Wallens at 110, and Loyola at 113. Again, this is a radar-indicated tornado near Barberville. This is going to push into Bell County. Does not include Middlesboro. Does not include Pineville. In Leslie County, this does not include Hyden or any of the Howard Rogers Parkway. This is west of the community of Moselle. This is just west of the city of Harlan in Harlan County. Again, this is for parts of Bell, Harlan, and Leslie counties. And this goes until 1:15. This is a tornado warned storm according to the National Weather Service. So we want you to keep your eye out here. That we also have a severe thunderstorm warning for Harlan, Leslie, and Bell County. The severe thunderstorm warning, though, get our reflectivity, does include Pineville. It gets right down to Pineville there along 25E. The tornado warning does include parts of 25E back here into Knox County, and this is a really good supercell. It's got that hook on it right here. So again, we do have this tornado warning. We're going to stick with this until at least 1:15 for Bell, Harlan, and Leslie counties. Have a new severe thunderstorm warning also approaching the Morristown area. I want to note we just got breaking news in as well. Kingsport City Schools says they will dismiss an hour and a half early, I do believe, due to severe weather. Again, Kingsport City Schools will dismiss an hour and a half early due to the threat of severe weather. That we will be updating that on our page shortly. Again, we are all under a moderate level 4 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms, a level 3 risk of tornadoes. And this right here is our first tornado warning of potentially many today for southeastern Kentucky. So let's head straight to our velocity imagery. This is very strong rotation right south of Barberville. This is, again, pushing east, and this rotation will push into Leslie and Harlan and Bell County here. This is northern Bell, western, southwest Leslie, and parts of northwest Harlan County. This is the city of Harlan. This is Pathport. You're not in this. Alba's not in this. Moselle, you're not even in this. None of 421 that goes from Hyden down to Harlan is in this, but it's from basically Leslie County. It's south of Hyden in Leslie County, so just the western parts of Leslie and Harlan counties, and the northern part here of Bell County, north of Pineville, well north of Middlesboro. Within this warning. That's our hook right there. Very strong rotation within this. A very nice supercell. And if this storm continues to take a right turn, Lee County, hey, you're used to this, be on guard for a potential of a tornado, as well as Wise County in southwest Virginia. So again, we're tracking the tornado warnings now closely here in parts of eastern Kentucky. East of Barberville, this is going to move south of Walker, and it'll be into Bell County at about that point, as it's just south of Walker. And again, this will head toward the Virginia-Kentucky state line, I would say probably 1:30 or so. So you have about 45 minutes if you're in Lee and Wise counties to prepare for the potential of an isolated tornado in your area. Again, we have an elevated threat of isolated tornadoes today in this area, in the entirety of the viewing area. So again, we are watching the threat closely for Bell, Harlan, and Leslie counties. At this time, our top and bottom of the hour updates are suspended until we are off of wall-to-wall coverage. So again, we are continuing with severe weather coverage until we have warnings expired. Again, east of Barberville, this is a hook here on this storm. The inflows going into this storm right here along 25E, just to the east of Barberville, just to the south and east of Barberville, there, right near the Knox-Bell County line. And again, this is a warning. This includes parts of, let's get this, it's the tornado warning here. Let's get that up real quick. It is for parts of Bell, Clay, Harlan, Leslie, and Knox counties, and southeast Kentucky. Again, right here's our rotation as we head to our velocity imagery. Right there, that's our very strong couplet capable of producing a tornado. That's from the Morristown radar. Jackson radar shows it too, right here, just crossed 25E in Knox County, north of RJ in northern Bell County. But this is going to move toward the Field community in Bell County or just south there. If you're in Field or Beverly, go ahead and move to your tornado safe place right now in northern Bell County, Kentucky. It's this storm that's tracking like this off to the east that we're watching for the potential of a tornado. This is pretty strong circulation here in Bell County. Let's zoom in, or in Knox County, along Highway 223. There's the whip. There's our rotation. There is Old Flat Lick. This is just to the north of you. It's taking more of a right turn. So this is going to put it into more northern Bell. And they might, if it's taking a right turn, it's going to move more like this. They might have to put the tornado warning a little further south. Let's see what the Morristown radar is showing with this. Still showing, it's broadening it out a little bit on Morristown, but you're looking a little higher up. So we'll go back to Jackson here. And it has broadened a little bit, but it's still strong enough rotation for the Weather Service to have this tornado warning out here in parts of Bell, Harlan, and Leslie counties in southeastern Kentucky. So if you're just joining us, you're watching First Warn or listening if you're on the radio to First Warn Tri-City severe weather coverage. I'm First Warn Tri-City's chief forecaster, Skylar Doyle. Our entire team on standby, ready to join it, hop in and help out here on our severe weather alert. On our weather alert day, you are watching a severe weather coverage for a tornado warning that's in effect for parts of Bell, Harlan, Leslie, Clay, and Knox counties in Kentucky. And it's this storm here where the 25E and Highway 223 come together in Bell County that is producing the potential of an isolated tornado. I'm going to take your radar pull just real quick. We have multiple notifications going off right now, so just checking this. And yes, want to give you the update that Kingsport City is going to be dismissing 90 minutes early. We do have the confirmation from the school system. Kingsport City will dismiss 90 minutes early. We're going to try to get that updated for you on our post and on our on our school closings graphic while we track possible tornado. We have a team here that can help out here while we do that. So again, we have this tornado over northern Knox. This is pushing quickly into Bell County in Kentucky here. And if you're in Rayla, Blanchie, Field, Stony Fork, or Laurel Ford, be in your safe place now. And we do now have that updated here at 12, approaching 12:50 on this is a Monday. We do have this strong thunderstorm. It's severe and it's rotating, and we're going to track this on off to the east here. And we're tracking it at 55 miles an hour, so you can see when your town, your community will be impacted by this storm. Stony Fork at 102, Khakitown 106, Salem 107. There, Wallens Creek, that's getting close to Leslie County, I do believe, at 109. This tornado warning, by the way, goes until 1:15 for our area. So, for our areas in southeast Kentucky, Spruce Pine 108, South Wallens 110. That's in Harlan County, I do believe. So as we continue to track this off to the east, eventually Harlan, Everett, Cumberland, Pennington Gap, Big Stone Gap all need to be on guard for the potential of severe weather concerns as we go through the next little bit. Again, we are updating our school closings. Let's put that on the screen for you real quick. Then we'll go back to southeastern Kentucky. But we did just get into Kingsport City Schools closure. They are dismissing 90 minutes early per their latest information that they gave us. And we know a lot of schools could also be having open houses today, restoration, as they start back later this week. Washington County, Virginia, just sent us this memo. Superintendent Keith Perigin tells me that that Washington County will cancel after-school activities and practice, or afternoon activities and practice for Washington County, Virginia, but they are going to continue to hold their registration events as scheduled at this current time. So that is from Dr. Keith Perigin, Superintendent in Washington County, Virginia, sending that memo over to us. So That's what we have. Want to let you know, in the latest severe weather outlook, we remain in a level 4 out of 5 risk for severe weather, and enhanced risk also for tornadoes. So, that moderate risk for significant damaging winds. Could see some storms with hurricane force, 75-mile-an-hour or greater winds. So just be on guard there, and we're still under that moderate risk. So we've checked those things off the boxes, so let's go back to our tornado warning here in parts of now pushing straight into Bell County. This is pushing right into Bell County. It's on the Knox-Bell County line. This is a broad rotation. It's not as tight as it once was just south of Walker, but nonetheless, it is broad. It is still rotating, and this storm is cycling. It's cycling up, cycling down, and tornadic supercells tend to do that a lot. And this is a supercell. That is for sure. If I look at the high-res reflectivity on this, it's got the inflow going into the storm, got the little kidney bean shape. It's a pretty healthy supercell thunderstorm that's heading off to the east. Let's go down to the south real quick just to make sure we have nothing else trying to develop. We have some storms across Big Stone Gap, northern Lee, and into Wise counties right now. This will push into Scott County. We'll watch those storms closely to see if they try to rotate. Nothing on radar right now. These storms that are pushing into East Tennessee, we're watching as well. Let's get back to our reflectivity. We're watching these because these are moving east. Those could produce 60-mile-an-hour wind, and more storms expected to fill in here with the threat of tornadoes and damaging winds and also some large hail. This storm here, this tornado warning storm, could produce hail up to the size of $50, according to the Weather Service here. Tornado and $50 size hails are threats within this storm, and even if we don't see a tornado, we could see some strong 60 to 70-mile-an-hour winds. And again, we still have that rotation on the Knox-Bell County line. We should get a new radar scan any minute. Laurel Ford, Stony Fort, Beverly, that is Rayla, Blanche, Ivy Grove, and I'm even going to include RJ in this. I would be in my tornado safe place there in Bell County, Kentucky. That is where we are seeing the threat of some damaging straight line winds and a possible tornado within this cell here in Kentucky. So we just wanted to keep you informed of that potential of that tornado here in Bell County. The northern parts of the county here is where the threat is imminent. Far southwest Leslie County, Spruce Pine, up toward the War Branch area and the Stabler area there in Leslie County, and then western Harlan County, 119 goes from Middlesboro to Harlan. We'll see a part of 119 in that as well. This rotation, luckily, appears to be broadening out. And what I mean by that is it's getting a little wider here. It's not tightly compounded together, which is good news. If it's tightly compounded together, you have more of a risk of a tornado. Right now it's looking broad, but still is rotating. The Weather Service is still keeping this tornado warning to 115. It's taking a little bit of a right turn here on this very far southern end of this polygon. Leslie County, not looking like a big of a threat unless you're basically Spruce Pine or Sailor. But again, it's this rotation right here that I'm watching that's pushing off to the east. If you are in Wallens Creek in Harlan County, I would be in my safe place. Also, the colder area in Harlan County, I'd be in my tornado safe place as well, because you are in this tornado warning. And we're going to go and show you where that tornado safe place is. That is the lowest floor of a sturdy structure. You want to put as many walls between the outside, you want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Don't get near windows, and make sure you're on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Again, this is our severe weather threat right now. This is our only warnings within the coverage area of First Warn Tri-Cities in southeast Kentucky, counties of Bell, Harlan, and Leslie. We do have the tornado warning, and they've just updated the severe thunderstorm warning here. They have continued that severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-an-hour straight line winds and the potential as well of golf ball size hail. So this now has the considerable damage severe thunderstorm warning tag for 70-mile-an-hour winds and golf ball size hail within a very strong storm here that will impact parts of Leslie, Harlan, Bell County. And it's a pretty good supercell. We'll see if they update the tornado warning with this. Yeah, we could have some hail going on in here back in Knox County. Going to push into Bell County here fairly soon. If I go to our rotation, this is from Jackson. Let's see what it's showing on the Morristown radar. Yeah, it's showing about the same thing, some broad rotation. So it's a little tighter on Morristown than what it is on the Jackson radar. So again, we're watching the potential closely, though, of this tornadic supercell right here, a potential tornadic supercell pushing into northern Bell County here. Again, the severe thunderstorm warning flashing because it was just updated. Now, that does include parts of 421, Helton, Mizell, Asher, almost to Wendover, almost to Leslie County High School and the Richard M. Nixon Center, and then down also toward the Harlan area, I'm going to say just west of the city of Harlan, but not by much. And again, this is where our most concern is, that rotation within this storm and the smaller part of that severe thunderstorm warning that has this red polygon, because that is a tornado warning issued by the National Weather Service in Jackson, Kentucky. So that is what we're watching, the potential of a tornado. Walker, Field, Beverly here, Wallens Creek, and Ward Ranch. These storms in Wise County might be getting their act together a little bit. We're going to watch them closely. Again, they're not in a good spot radar-wise, but we're going to watch them the best we can. These could develop into supercells fairly quickly, folks, and quickly go severe or tornadic. So we want to keep our guard up here in our viewing area for the remainder of the day today. There's that rotation of the Rella area pushing toward Laurel Ford and Stony Fork. The tornado warning is in effect for another 19 minutes until 1:15. It is 12:56, and you're watching First One Tri-City Severe Weather coverage. I'm First One Tri-City's chief forecaster, Skyland Doyle, along our entire First Warn team working behind the scenes to help keep you informed on the latest severe weather threat moving through the First Warn Tri-City's viewing area counties of Harlan, Leslie, and Bell in southeast Kentucky, and then we're keeping advised on this tornado warning. And this storm could also contain some golf ball size hail in it, so want to keep you advised of that too. That hail could damage your vehicles here. So again, keeping an eye on threat of at least some severe weather fairly closely here. Again, that moderate level 4 out of 5 risk here across most of our area. Across all of our area. And we now continue a tornado warning. Radar indicated tornado with golf ball size held to 115 for Bell, Clay, Harlan, Knox, and Leslie. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located over field at this hour. They're 12 miles northeast of Pineville, moving to the east at 50 miles an hour. So this will be out of warning fairly soon. Let's advance this off to the east at 50. And as we do so, I'm going to go ahead and put Lee County on guard here. Because you see it'll push into parts of Lee County at around 1:30 or so. But before then, it'll have to move through a good part of Harlan County. It'll move through Harlan in about 20 minutes or so, moving at this pace at around 1:18. Harlan, you can be on guard for the potential of a tornado in this storm. As it does move through Harlan County, let's get tighter again here near Rella. Let's switch and see if what the Morristown radar is showing. Yeah, it's showing that rotation right in that same area, near the Rella area, pushing towards Stony Fork, Laurel Ford here, and then Wallens Creek here, as we continue to watch this severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado now that is moving over the field area in Bell County in southeast Kentucky. So again, we're going to track this off at 50 miles an hour, and that is how this storm is moving according to the National Weather Service. Just making sure here that if we don't have anything, you want to know Reed Timmer, who is in the Tri-Cities. His target is Kingsport, according to his stream. So just wanted to let folks know that. So again, we'll track this at 50 miles an hour. And again, we're going to stick with this until 1:15. And I messed up that storm track. It's okay, because that is how we're going. All right, we just got an update here that the National Weather Service Morristown has activated all Skywarn districts effective at 1 p.m. District 8 will be activating at 1:30 per what we have just been sent. So again, we'll move that to the east at 50 miles an hour. So again, this is starting to get serious here, by the way, folks. South Wallens at 1:13, Loyola at 1:16, Harlan at 1:19. So that is where we're tracking it. Again, it is 1 p.m. here on Monday, August 7th. You're listening to Tri-Jams Radio and and watching First One Tri-Cities. This is severe weather live coverage as severe thunderstorms are moving through the area here into southeastern Kentucky right now, and eventually will move into southwest Virginia and northeast Tennessee. As we go through the next, let's say, 2-3 hours or so, we'll even have the potential that these storms move into the Tri-Cities metro here. So let's go down here, watching the storm's rotation north of Clinton. That'll position in northern Knox County, Tennessee. I want to check out those storms because those will, with time, go over our viewing area, and we're expecting more development as well as we go into the afternoon hours. So again, this is our rotation in Bell County now. This is primarily Bell and Harlan. Wow, that is strong rotation developing on the southern side. It's definitely cycling, folks, and it's on the southern end. We will probably have a new warning soon, if I had to guess. And this is a very healthy supercell. A lot of lightning within this storm. You can see the hail potentially of the golf ball size here on the northern side. And then here on the southern side, that's where we'll have the potential, at least, of a tornado at this current point. So again, that's where we're at as of right now at 1:02 on a Monday, August afternoon, where normally you wouldn't see severe weather at this time of year like this, of this magnitude, but here we are, watching storms start to develop in southwest Virginia. Any of these could quickly go severe and tornadic. So just stay on guard, folks, here over the with this severe weather threat. Again, high-res velocity imagery showing strong circulation pushing toward Laurel, Ford, and Stony Creek. Laurel, Ford, and Stony Fork in Bell County, pushing into Wallens Creek in Harlan County here. So again, that is what we're doing right now, and that is the coverage that we have going on. The rotation is wrapping up significantly just to the northeast here of RJ, and we're going to go to our high-res correlation coefficient. I'm not too confident to say that is debris yet, at least, as we continue on here with a tornado warning storm here for Leslie, Harlan, and Bell County. But this is primarily the tornadic part of this storm is going to stay south of Leslie County, I do believe. Bell, Clay, Knox, and Whitley counties in Kentucky, a flood advisory till 4:15. This is going to be for far northern Bell County, kind of the same area where this tornado warning is. In fact, it's a flood advisory till 4:15 this evening. But rotation definitely wrapping up very significantly here on the southern end of this tornado warning cell. So let's go back to the chroma key wall. This is let's scoot radar over here to where I can point at it. Again, this is where we have our hail, golf ball size hail near field. And south of this here, just near north of RJ, Laurel, Ford, Stony Creek. That's where we have that possible tornado. This let's switch to our high-res velocity. You see where these red and greens are coming together real tightly, folks? That's where we're seeing some spin in the atmosphere, and some of that spin might be reaching the ground and producing a spin-up tornado within this cell. So let's circle that right there. We're going to zoom in on that real close, see if we can get any very small communities or road names here on this. Laurel, Ford, Stony Creek there. There's not a lot out through here. The Storm Prediction Center is issuing a new discussion, and we're going to have a new tornado warning soon because this is going out in Polygon. They're saying that parts of eastern Kentucky and southern Ohio, western West Virginia, extreme southwest Pennsylvania, but I believe all of this includes at least part of our region. The severe threat continues across the tornado watch, and that severe wind and hail are likely with at least a couple tornadoes still possible, particularly with the more discrete supercells like we have here in southeast Kentucky right now. The Central Appalachians have a unstable, strongly sheared air mass right now. Brief instances of low-level rotation have been noted like we have here. So this is what we have right now, according to the National Weather Service. So again, the more discrete cells will be what produces tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail threat here with these clusters that are developing. We've got one cluster near Sparta, Tennessee, one pushing toward Morristown, but we have a discrete, what we call supercell, in Bell County, and that's what's producing the potential of an isolated tornado. Let's go back to high-res velocity imagery that's showing this rotation here just to the east of RJ. Fairly tight rotation here near Laurel Ford. If you are in Laurel Ford, Stony Fort, Path Fork, or Wallens Creek, I want you to be in your tornado-safe place right now. That's the lowest floor, interior room, away from exterior walls and windows. That is where we're tracking the potential of a tornado right here with this rotational couplet. It's very strong now in Bell County. This will cross over Highway 119 between Varela and Wallens Creek. I advise no travel on Highway 119. Again, right here is where we're tracking that potential of a tornado pushing off to the east, east southeast like this. That kind of weakened a little bit on the last scan, but it's still there, and I would still expect Jackson to extend that warning, but we'll wait and see. Here again, the warning goes as of now until 1:15, which is another 9 minutes. It's kind of moving out of the warning. See how the southern edge here is kind of starting to extend out of the tornado warning. The Path Fork places, just to the south of this tornado warning, you have that severe thunderstorm warning that does have the tornado possible tag. So you should treat it like a tornado warning. Not only does it have the tornado possible tag, it has the considerable damage threat tag, called the 70-mile-an-hour wind potential, and the potential of golf ball size hail within this storm here as well. Hail on the northern side of this supercell, with the tornado on the southern side of this. Classic supercell structure is what that is here into southeastern portions of Kentucky, and pushing from Bell now into Harlan County. This might be getting a little more linear, which would be good news in regards to tornado threat, but bad news in regards to the straight line damaging wind threat, because that would go up. And straight line damaging winds, 70 to 80 miles an hour, can do just as much damage as a weak EF1 tornado. Let's check other radars here and all the alerts that we are getting in here to the Weather Center here. So we'll take you radar full while we do that, as we continue to look at that rotation here, and it's weakened there a little bit, so that's good. Really good news there, but again, we'll see what the Weather Service in Jackson does with this warning. It's set to expire in, I believe that's 7 minutes. Yes. So we'll wait to see what they do with that here as we continue to go on with this. Then it has broadened out a lot. If we go to my high-res reflectivity, it might be getting a little more linear, but it could wrap back up fairly quickly as we get to the next little bit. The storm down near Rutledge, Tennessee, is rotating just a little bit as well. They have a severe thunderstorm warning on it. We're getting a little close to the Morristown radar. It's going to be hard to see rotation with the mountains in the way. There's the Morristown radar. Let's go to Jackson radar, check out the Wise County cells. Not seeing much on them as we speak. We'll watch every storm that develops closely could turn quickly severe or tornadic. So this storm, we'll see if they extend the tornado warning past 1:15. They have 6 minutes to decide if they want to do that or not. And there is some broadening of rotation still here. It's not super strong, but it's there nonetheless for the potential of severe thunderstorm threat here. They are keeping an eye on the severe weather threat. They're saying the severe weather threat will continue across the entire area. The National Weather Service does the entirety of these watch areas, so the Southwestern and East Kentucky watch and the Northeast Tennessee watch. We will most likely see another watch soon for Smith County areas off to the east. So again, we're watching the threat of this tornadic supercell closely. And let's turn off the weather radio in case warnings get extended into the Bristol weather radio coverage area, or a new watch gets issued, because you don't want to hear that sound go off on the air. So again, we are going to continue to track this one supercell. It's kind of out there, it's by itself, not having to compete for storm energy with other storms, and that's what's causing this cell to thrive as it moves off to the east and continue to show the potential of some large hail to golf ball size. And it's supercellular, so it's rotating, and then cause that potential of a tornado. The Weather Service has 5 minutes to decide if they want to extend the tornado warning off to the east of this current red polygon that you see on your screen. So that is what is occurring at this current point. So we'll wait to see what they do. We'll give it 5 more minutes here, and if we don't get another tornado warning, we'll go off the air for a few minutes and then come back at 1:30. But again, for Bell, Harlan, and Leslie, we're still having that tornado warning until 1:15. It's that flashing red box on your screen, and it does include the Wallens Creek area. That is next in line for the potential of large hail and a tornado in the Cauldron, Wallens Creek, Silver Stony Fork, and Laurel Ford right now. If we have anything on the ground here, it's going to be on the southern end of this supercell. So in this area, that's where any tornado would be. So we're definitely going to watch that very closely. Again, we have a moderate level 4 out of 5 risk. We're going to go to that real quick for severe weather today. It includes the entirety of the First Warn Tri-Cities coverage area, and we do have the enhanced risk of tornadoes, and the moderate risk for damaging winds and medium risk for the potential of hail. If you have any damage pictures that you would like to send to us, you can send those to us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, our email, or our text line that you see. That information is there on your screen at this current point in time. And we're going to go off of that to show you the tornado watch that's in effect for southwest Virginia and East Kentucky until 6, and for northeast Tennessee and western North Carolina until 7 o'clock. We should get another one soon for more of southwest Virginia and northwest North Carolina. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning from the National Weather Service for this right here. That's north of Knoxville. We're tracking these cells closely because they are going to enter our area of northeast Tennessee. So we're going to watch it closely here. But as these cells are building in across the area, let's go back to the Morristown radar real quick, because we are starting to see cells build in. And again, any of these storms could turn severe. We do have the severe storm warning and the tornado warning for the next 3 minutes. We're going to see if they extend it as a tornado warning or if they extend it as a severe storm warning. There's still rotation. So we'll see. They have not long, but about 3 minutes to decide what they would like to do here. And now our microphone might cut out for just a second, as I am going to go get a drink of water, so we can continue our live team coverage of this severe weather potential across our area, where this tornado warning storm is in southeast Kentucky counties of Bell, Harlan, Leslie County. I'll give the all clear to, and I just heard the tone go off in the Weather Center. So back to the Weather Center I am, and let's see. We are going to get a severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado possible, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and $half size hail for Bell, Harlan, Leslie, and Letcher until 1:45. So they are not going to extend the tornado warning, which is some good news, but southern Letcher, Harlan, most of Harlan and southern Leslie County is in a severe thunderstorm warning now until 1:45 for potential damaging straight-line winds, large hail up to $half size, and an isolated quick spin-up tornado cannot be ruled out on the southern edge that, looking at reflectivity, could be trying to wrap back up on the latest radar scan. We'll see if that rotation gets tighter. If I still think we have the potential of tight rotation in a tornado with it heading right toward Harlan, we'll try to keep that up here, and we'll stay on the air. But it looks like they are not going to extend the warning, and they're going to let the warning expire in about 30 to 60 seconds. So that's good news. At this current point, we're going to have, in 30 seconds, no tornado warnings, just a severe thunderstorm warning for southern Leslie, parts of Harlan, and then Letcher counties, and there it's gone. So again, we have no more active tornado warnings. So let's zoom out, and our wall-to-wall coverage going to continue for only the next few minutes. You have the scattered hit-or-miss shower and thunderstorm activity, and any of these could grow up and go severe with damaging straight-line winds, maybe the potential of a few tornadoes across our viewing area, as well as some large hail. So we are going to continue to watch these closely we have any more severe weather, we will let you know. But for now, from the First Warn Tri-City Severe Weather Center, we're going to go off the air. We'll zoom back into this storm one more time in Harlan County. We're going to look at it from both the Jackson and Morristown radars because it does have that hook, and there is some rotation on the southern end of it. But right now, that rotation has weakened enough for the National Weather Service to drop the tornado warning, so it's just a severe thunderstorm warning for now. We are going to go off the air, come back as need be. We're going to go off the air for 15 minutes. We're going to come back at 1:30 with our normal top and bottom of the hour updates. We'll come back at 1:30. If we have more, if we need to come back before then, we will. But for now, that is what we're seeing. So from the First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Center, I am Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle. We are going, if you're listening to us on the radio, we'll send you back to programming. And we'll be back at 1:30 with the latest updates. This has been a First Warn Tri-City Severe Weather Alert. Thanks for joining us for live team coverage.